Hey YouTube family, it is Seeking Many Me VSG here, also known as Tiffany, and I am coming to you with my 34-week update. So yeah, it's been a while. I've been really busy. I know I've told you guys that, got a lot of excuses going on, but it's the truth. Just a lot of stuff going on. Yes, so I have a lot of stuff that I want to talk to you guys about. So this may be a long video, but stay tuned if you're curious to hear about how I'm doing, plastics, and I'm also going to do a skin flick. Extremely nervous, but I'm going to do one. So I'm about 8 months out from VSG. Let me go ahead and start with my stats. So I am 33 years old. I had VSG surgery on November 22nd of 2017. Again, I'm 8 months out. I'm about week 34. Well, on the 22nd of this month, I'll be 8 months out. Let's see. I started the process, my highest weight during the actual process that you have to go through the VSG was 225. My highest weight ever recorded was 226.8. That was in January of 2016. My pre-liquid diet was 205.4, and my surgery weight, so the day I had surgery, I was 195.6. I cannot remember when the last time I came to you guys was. I think it was like maybe week 28, and I had no weights for you because I did no weigh June. I don't think I've come to you guys since then. It's been a while. Sorry. So yeah, I'm at week 34, and my current weight right now is 129.2. This was Wednesday, so technically I'm late for my week 34, but I'm at 129.2. So I am blown away by that number, for one. For two, that means I've officially hit goal. I'm at my goal weight. My goal weight has always been 130, like my pie in the sky, like I'd be so excited. Goal weight has always been 130, and I'm 129.2. Last week, week 33, because I've been weighing in since July 1st, sorry. Yeah, so for June, I lost 6 pounds. I don't know if I came to you guys at that point, but yeah, so the month of June, I lost 6 pounds, if you guys are curious. Then I kind of was up 0.6 for week 32. Then I went down 0.6 for week 33. And then week 34, which was just Wednesday, I dropped 3.2 pounds. No idea where that came from. It's been a while since I've had that kind of drop. Like the whole month of June, I only lost 6 pounds, and I lost 3.2 in 1 week. So that's crazy. But yeah, that puts me at 129.2. So I'm officially at goal. So that is 66.4 pounds of weight loss since surgery, 76.2 pounds of weight loss since my liquid diet, and 97.6 pounds of weight loss since my highest weight ever recorded. What does that mean for me? Right now I'm just kind of enjoying the fact that I'm at 129.2. I think I've officially come to like where I want to maintain. I'm thinking between 125 and 135 is a good maintenance range for me, which, 130, I'm right in the middle of that. So yeah, I think I'm just going to kind of enjoy where I'm at, and try to figure out maintenance, kind of see what I do each week, see if I'm losing. I'm not too worried about losing right now. At 130, my BMI right now is 24.4, guys. I am in the healthy BMI for the first time ever. Maybe as a child, I might have been in a healthy BMI, but never in my adult have I ever been in a healthy BMI. So for the first time ever, I'm at a healthy BMI. But I'm just in that range. So I'm not really worried about like, oh my God, I need to stop losing weight or anything like that. So I'm just gonna kind of play things by ear and see how things go. I think the very lowest I'd want to hit would be like going into the teens. So if I start to get to that point and I still haven't figured it out by that time, like, you know, how to stop losing weight, then I'll deal with that at that time. But right now, I'm not concerned about it. Like I said, I'm just now in the healthy BMI. It's not like I feel like I'm looking like, you know, like crazy skeletal or anything like that. So, just gonna kind of see how things go. I have not been tracking every day, but I do try to track my food at least maybe like a couple of times a week, or maybe sometimes once every other week or so, depending on what's going on, just to see where I'm at. My calories usually range somewhere between like 900 and 1,000 or so. So obviously I feel like I'm going to continue to lose some weight for a little bit, because I'm not hitting like my maintenance calories, which I think is around 115. I'm not really sure. I guess I'd have to recalculate that, because since my weight, as your weight changes, your, what is it, BMR, basal metabolic rate? You know, the calories that you can consume to maintain your weight goes down. So it could be lower than that. But like I said, right now I'm not too concerned about it. I just hit 129. I have a cruise coming up in 10 days. Even if I do continue to lose a couple pounds here or there, I'm not too concerned about it, because I have a feeling the cruise might change things a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, so I'm just going to kind of play it by ear. I'm not actively like, oh, I want to lose weight. I want to lose weight. I'm just living life, I guess you can say. I'm not like eating crap or shit. I'm not like going to throw shit back into my diet. Like, oh, I need to stop losing, so let me eat cookies and cakes and stuff like that. That's not going to happen. I'm going to continue doing what I've been doing, and that's eating good majority of the time, making good decisions majority of the time, and occasionally indulging in, you know, something that's not on plan here and there, maybe like an ice cream cone sometimes or something like that. You know, I'm just going to continue doing what I've been doing. So yeah, like I said, my calories are probably between like, sometimes I drop down below 900, but usually around 900 or so, I would say. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Things are going well. I've been busy, as you guys know. School, summer classes are wrapping up, because my cruise I leave a week from Sunday for my cruise. So, what is that? Like 9 days? So I'm going to have my classes done before I go. I have one of my classes done, and I have a final exam on my lab, my microbiology lab and lecture, and then I'll be done with those classes. But I'm taking 2 more in the fall, so I'll only get a little bit of break and then back to classes. So yeah, is that it about that? Calories. I'm working out. I have slacked off some. As you guys know, I've been pretty good since the beginning of the process, making sure that I exercise at least 3 times a week. This week's not over, but so far I've only done twice this week. I did twice the week before and twice the week before that. So I have really been throwing a lot of my time into my schoolwork, because I want to get all of that stuff done and completed before I go on my cruise. So that's kind of pushed the exercising a little bit to the back burner. I know it's important. I know it's definitely something that I need to make my priority, and I'm still trying to do something, but I haven't been as consistent. I know that. I realize that. I recognize that. Every week I say I'm going to try to get better, but I am going to try. I'm going to still try to get another day in this week. I still have today, so maybe I'll go for a jog tonight, and I still have tomorrow. So there's that. Okay. Gosh, I really don't. In case any of you guys are wondering, like, what size I'm in a size, I can fit into a women's size 4, but it's still kind of tight. So I'm about between a 4 and a 6 women's. I'm about a 7 juniors. And I'm about small to medium tops. It just depends on the top. I can fit into most smalls, but some of my tops are also mediums. Yeah, is there anything else? Sorry, guys. I know it's been so long since I've come to you guys. I didn't write down notes. I have so much stuff going on. Let's just get into plastics. So, yeah, I hit goal. I actually hit goal. Well, I've been kind of considering myself at goal for a little bit now because I've been so close, like in the low 130s. So, I've been really thinking about plastics. Do I want plastics? Do I not want plastics? I've been talking to my husband about it because obviously he's a big part of the decision, even though ultimately it's really something that I have to do for myself. But he's my husband and he's been with me since I was 14 years old. So obviously he's a big factor in that too. He's always told me that he loves me exactly how I am. He's loved me at my biggest. He loves me now at my smallest. He's loved me everywhere in between. He says that I look beautiful and I look amazing and all that stuff, which I love him for. But I'm definitely struggling with some things. I'm still trying to accept my stomach. I have gotten better. I think I told you guys in one of my videos that, I had an NSV that I went out in public and wore a two-piece and I felt comfortable. I did it again out, and that was just at my pool, like my community pool. I did it again out at Adventure Island, which is like really out in front of everybody. And I was a little nervous at first, but then it just was like, nobody's paying attention to me. Nobody cares that I have stretch marks, So I feel okay about my stomach. If I had all the money in the world, I think I'd have no doubt that I'd get my stomach done. But I don't have all the money in the world. There's so many factors, so many things that I'm nervous about. Finding the right surgeon, getting the results that I want. I'm terrified. I think I watched that show Botched too much. I'm terrified that I'm going to end up coming out worse or having complications or all of that kind of stuff. So there's a lot of factors, of course, money, all of that kind of stuff. So that being said, I am contemplating plastics. In regards to the other procedure that I really want to have done, and that's pretty much guaranteed that I'm going to have that done, is my breasts. That is something that I am not coming to grips with. It's something that I'm struggling with extremely bad, and I cannot accept it. So regardless of anything, I am in the process of finding minimally somebody that I can get breast surgery with. So yeah. Okay, so I went and seen my first plastic surgeon on Thursday, which was the 19th. I went and met with, I'm in Tampa, so I met with a surgeon here in Tampa, Frank Reiger. He's in the Hyde Park Cosmetic Surgery Center. He's my first surgeon that I met with. I've done a lot of research on a lot of different surgeons in my area. Most of my research has been through realself.com. It's a website that has plastic surgeons, lots of pictures and reviews and information about different surgeons in your areas and stuff. So if anybody who's looking for a plastic surgeon, I definitely do recommend you check out that website. That is where I've done most of my research. So this is the first surgeon that I met with. I did like him. I really liked him. He was very personable. Sat with us, because it was actually me and my friend, we got consultations together, sat with us for about 2 hours. Well, I guess he wasn't in there the whole 2 hours, at least an hour to an hour and a half. And then, like another 30 minutes or so, we met with his nurse to kind of, talk about quotes, ask any questions, and that kind of stuff too. So I did like him. He's got great reviews online. His before and afters are pretty good. I really like his how he does his breast surgery, because one of my big things is I want to look as natural as possible, even though I'm going to need a lift, and I'm going to need the full-fledged lift with what they call the anchor scar. So it's like around the areola, down the bottom of your breast, and underneath your breast. So obviously I'm going to have scars on my breast, so it's not going to look like completely natural, but I want the natural look, as in I don't want to look like I have two big balls on my chest. Like, you know, when people walk by and you're like, oh yeah, she had her breast done. You know, I want a more natural look. So in regards to his, the way he does his breast surgeries, I really do like that about him. He does seem to have a much more natural approach. His tummy tucks, I mean, I haven't seen any where they're like bad, but I also haven't, it wasn't like I looked at them and I was like blown away by the results or anything. I just kind of feel like, I don't know, like I feel like he would do a fine job. He's more of like a conservative doctor. And I guess sometimes, you know, you see the before and afters and you see these women who like had like a lot of like loose skin, or maybe they still had some fat in their stomach, and they come out like with this like whoosh, like hourglass figure, like tiny hips or tiny waist, and just, I don't know. So yeah, he's just kind of more conservative. Like he was telling me when he was talking about my breasts, because I've always been, I swear I can never do a video without those dang dogs barking. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? Oh, I was talking to him about, you know, what I would like. And, you know, I've always been a big chested person because majority of my life I've always been heavy set. So I've never been anything smaller than a D that I can remember, sometimes up to a triple D. So I've always been, you know, pretty large chested. So when I was talking about what I wanted for implants and stuff, I was like, you know, I'm thinking like a D or whatever. And he was like, you know, I really think that we'd probably do this. He does recommend me getting a full lift, like I said, with the anchor scar, with implants, because I do have a lot of my breast tissue has left. So even though there still is some, there's not a lot. And he feels like I'd probably end up a little bit smaller than what I want to be. So, but he was like, oh, he's like, with your frame, you know, you probably don't want to go to a D. It's probably going to look rather large on you and your frame. You have a smaller frame and stuff, which I was kind of like, what? It's not a small frame. It's weird for people to say stuff like that because I still don't feel like I have a small frame, but you know, I am a short person, and I guess since the weight loss, like I look like I have a small frame. So yeah, so I did like that about him. I did like that he was like putting my expectations back into where they really should be, and he wasn't like, you know, he knew that I wanted to go for a natural look, so he's like, hey, you know, like I really think this is going to be a better option and stuff like that. So he's just kind of more conservative. He you know, wants people to come out looking natural and stuff. So I did like him. Of course, I'm not going to jump into anything right now because I almost did. I almost felt like I was just so excited. She was talking to us about dates she had available, and she had like something in August, and I'm like, really? Like, so yeah. But let's talk about price, because you know what? I have nothing to hide, and I'm always curious about other people and how much they spend and stuff like that. So let's talk about price. So I did go ahead and get a quote for just the breast, just the tummy tuck, and then the whole thing together. So including everything, the tummy tuck, the breast surgery, which include the lift, as well as implants, the anesthesia fees, the facility fees, all that kind of stuff, it would be $17,240, which was more than what I was expecting. My range I was kind of thinking was between 12 and 15,000. So it definitely was higher than I was expecting. Not like outrageously higher, but higher. So yeah, that's with everything. In order to just get the tummy tuck or abdominoplasty, it would be $8,500. And in order to just get the breast lift with implants or bilateral Pexy with augmentation, it would be $9,915. So obviously my breasts need a lot of work. It's more expensive than my tummy tuck. So yeah, those are my quotes. I am not sure what I'm going to do yet. I do have 2 other surgeons that I'm meeting with in August. One is not too long after I get back from my cruise. The other one is, I think like mid-August, like the 17th. So yeah, I'm going to definitely meet with them, see what I think about them. Again, I feel like either A, I'm going to get both done at the same time, or I'm going to get my breast surgery done first and then the tummy tuck done later, because definitely my breasts are what I am most self-conscious about and the biggest thing that bothers me. So I don't see any reason in getting my stomach done first, even though the doctor said if you were only going to get one, he would recommend getting the stomach done first. Because I guess, like, you know, your breasts are up here and your stomach's down here. So when they do a tummy tuck, they're going to kind of be pulling your skin and stuff. And he said that could potentially affect the breast surgery. So I've emailed him and asked him about that to get more details, because like I said, if I could choose one, it's not going to be the tummy tuck first. It's definitely going to be the breast. Like, is that something that they can't do? Like, you know, I'm curious about that. And I'm also going to talk to my other 2 surgeons about that. But yeah, so in regards to, I know I'm 8 months out, not even a year out. I have only been at my goal for not even a week. Technically, while I'd really love to get things like done like now, like when I put my mind to something, like when I want it and I'm ready for it, I have a bad habit of just going gung ho for it. But I realize there's other factors, and you know, my body is still going to continue to change. I don't know what's going to happen with my weight. Is it going to stabilize at this point? Am I going to still lose some? You know, almost everybody's had some, like, I haven't seen or heard a single person who hasn't had some sort of regain. What kind of regain am I going to look like? Look at. It could just be 5 pounds, could be 10 pounds, could be 30 pounds, which, yeah, don't think I'm going to, yeah, anyways. So, you know, there's just so many things. And again, I'm only 8 months out, so I'm still not consuming a whole lot. Do I really want to have to put exercising on hold for a month at this point? Just a lot of factors. So my thoughts, my breast surgery, I may have sooner rather than later. I may not wait until I'm a year out. I haven't made that decision yet. That's how much they bother me. So I'm not 100% certain on that decision at this point. But my tummy tuck, I'm thinking, you know, maybe beginning of next year. It's kind of my timeline that I have in my head, because we have the cruise. I have another cruise in September. Then we have, like, again, you know, my year is in November. Then we have the holidays, and I just don't know. It's just going to depend. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at in regards to the plastics. I am getting quotes. I am looking into things. I am probably almost certainly going to get my breasts done. I'm hoping sooner rather than later. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait. I want to at least have the other 2 consultations, obviously, so it's not gonna happen any earlier than August. But yeah, that's where I'm at. So I guess I'm going to stand up. It's going to be like a 30-minute video, and I'm going to give you guys the skin flick. Okay. All right, so I guess I should just start from, like, my upper body. So, I don't know if you guys, I'm not, like, trying to show you guys my boobs, but when my boobs are, like, you know, whenever you're sitting in the bra and you're kind of, like, looking over, there's a lot of, like, wrinkly skin type thing here. So that is, like, my biggest insecurity, even though, like, obviously I still have boobs, but they're seriously, like, no joke, like, they're, like, like, they're like tube socks with coins in it. I think I've heard other people say that too. So yeah, that's my biggest insecurity right now. So I definitely have a lot of loose skin on my breasts, even though they still have breast tissue in them. They still, like, they used to be very large, and now they're kind of just hanging, and there's not as much breast tissue. Most of what's in my bra is a lot of skin. So that's one thing. I've kind of already showed you guys my arms. It's gonna focus on me. So I've kind of already showed you guys my arms, but obviously I do have some here in the like bra area too. I do have some. Am I a little self-conscious about it? Sure, especially like when you're like flapping or moving and it's moving around. Yeah, it's not my favorite thing. Do I think I'm going to get an arm lift? No. I don't see that in my future. I don't really think it's that bad. I do feel like I could probably help it with some more arm workouts and stuff. So yeah, it's going to keep unfocusing. So yeah, my arms, they both are about the same. Now they both have this loose. You can obviously see it when I move quickly. It is what it is. I've lost, what, 95, 96 pounds or something like that. So, I mean, I expected some loose skin. Luckily, my face isn't, like, I don't really have loose skin on my face. Like, sure, I mean, anybody I think can do this and pull some skin out, but it's nothing bad, nothing that bothers me. So I'm going to try to back up. I don't know if I'm going to be too far away. Let me try. I'm going to move you guys down. 1 second. Hold on. Hold, please. So I have to back up really far in order for you guys to see my stomach. So let me try doing... I have this like whole setup here. Like books, because I have no place to set you guys. So let me try moving you guys down and see if this works better. Okay, so this is my stomach. Obviously, I know you guys have seen my, well, maybe some of you have, some of you haven't, my pictures in my bathing suit. My bathing suit comes up higher because my most self-conscious part is like the bottom of my stomach. But you can see just by like me moving, you can see that like it's pretty loose, like it jiggles a lot. There's like definitely some like overhang here that kind of like covers up my belly button. So definitely some still fat obviously in here, but it's very loose and very like jiggly, jello-y. Like if you're, it's kind of hard to see, but when I turn sideways, you can see like I have this waist here where you can see the definition here, and then this skin just kind of like pooches forward here in the front. So yeah, that's that. That is this is my most self-conscious part of my stomach, is this right here. So where it kind of like has like skin flaps here and it kind of comes to a point here. So you can obviously see like there's some loose skin there. There's like a little hanging part here. That yeah, it's, this really bothers me. This is my most self-conscious part. Like if I couldn't have found a bathing suit that covers that part, there's probably not a chance that I'd be walking around in a bathing suit, because this definitely bothers me. But yeah, there's definitely some improvements that can be done. Like I said, there is still some fat in there, but to be honest with you, as I've been losing weight, it gets worse looking and not better. So while yeah, there's still definitely some fat in there, at this point my body has gotten to the point where even losing that fat, it's not going to get any better. I know that with my stomach. So probably I'm thinking a tummy tuck is probably going to happen in my future sometime. I just don't know if I'm going to get it done together or not. Like if you like this, you can kind of see how all of this moves forward. So yeah, there's definitely some improvements that can happen with my stomach. Sorry, my video keeps going in and out of focus. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you my legs. I do have loose skin on my legs. I mean, so I'm standing here like this. You can see it here on the inside. And again, it's not a lot. It's not a whole bunch. Nothing that I would be like, oh, I need to get a thigh lift. But obviously, I mean, there is loose skin there, but it's not like bad enough that it really, really bothers me. You know, like here in the mid thigh. Really on the outside of my legs, there's not a whole lot. Like if I see it when I'm walking, like it kind of, yeah, it sucks, but I still wear shorts. I still, you know, do my thing. My back isn't really too bad. I have, you know, my love handles here. I can kind of, when I turn, get a little stuff going on, but none of that bothers me. So I don't know if that was a very good skin flick or not, but that's where I'm at, guys. That's where I'm sitting in regards to what my skin looks like. Like I said, like my stomach is not my favorite thing in the world, but if I just absolutely couldn't get my stomach done, I think I'd be okay. My breasts are definitely high on my priority list. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Like I said, got some more. I'm definitely going to, no matter what I do, whether I do them both together or if I just do the breasts or if I just, well, I'm not going to just do the tummy tuck. I am planning on tracking the process through here because I love watching the process of plastics. So I do plan on tracking the progress through here and through my Instagram account. For those of you who are curious and want to follow along, I definitely will keep you guys updated on that situation, what's going on, and through the process once I embark on it. So yeah, I think that's it, guys. I'm at 30 minutes. Tends to happen when you go weeks without making an update. I just want to thank you guys so much for being here, for taking the time to watch my videos, taking the time to comment on my videos, not yelling at me or being upset with me because I haven't been doing as many videos. You know, I love you guys. I love this community. Everybody's been great. I'm really thankful that I started this process and I tracked this process through, you know, social media because it's been really important to me, and having everybody's support and everything has been awesome. So yeah, I'm going to wrap it up. Again, guys, thank you so much for following me. If you're curious about what life is going to bring now that I'm in maintenance or my plastics and all that kind of stuff, please subscribe. And I'll keep you guys as much as I can updated on my journey. All right, bye.